a lot of trending issues right here. And of course, we get to look for solutions for some of these things and the way forward. All right. So this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. And this is the voice of women. This is Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. So I'm super excited. If you're on Facebook, yes, we're on Facebook Live. If you are following us on YouTube, we are definitely live. So you can go to WFM 91.7 on each of the platforms and get to follow us live. Drop your comments and we will definitely take them. All right. So, yes, of course, this is your Women Radio, WFM 91.7. This is Her Lens, where we have women from different geopolitical zones come together to discuss, dissect, and disagree on topical issues. And this comes to you Mondays to Fridays from 9:05 a.m. All right, it was super excited to be here today. It's Wednesday, the 6th day in the month of August 2025. I hope your day has started up well. You're feeling great, and I hope that you're protecting yourself because, I mean, the weather is cold and you don't want to come down with the flu. This morning, I was sneezing and I was asking myself, what is this one? What is this one? Better go back from where you're coming from because I need my voice to be here. All right, we have Ibinabo Dixon joining us. Good morning, Ibinabo. How are you today?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Ross. Good morning to all our valued listeners. I'm doing fantastic. It's great to be here, and the weather is very friendly. Like heat too much like that. So when the weather is cool, I'm always very excited. My temperament is is where is put out for corner. The thing they very friendly. Thank you. And I always like to share my thoughts with my people, our people listening to Panorama. And this is what came to mind this morning. And here it goes. Your mindset and your approach will determine the future that you will have.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is what
Mindset.
you feed your mind. What are you determined to do today? Is it within the ambit of the law? Then do not let anything stop you.
Hmm.
Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Don't let anything stop you as far as it is legit. Don't let anything stop you. Please, let's go ahead and achieve the much we can achieve as long as it is legitimate and as long as you have set your mind to do so. Please go ahead to do so. There's no stopping. The only thing or the only person that can stop you is you. That's just it. All right. So, yes, you've heard from Ibinabo. I was about to say Buki because I was hearing a voice during the newspaper review. All right, so that's the voice of Buki. Hopefully, we get to have the rest of the ladies join us as we progress in the program. Okay, so for you to be a part of it today, you can dial 07000 917 917. You can also dial 09155 917 917. Please go ahead and send us WhatsApp messages to 0703 175657, or you could use 08155 917 917. Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning on the program. Harland. All right, let's head on straight to the very first topic that we'll take this morning. And this is quite worrisome. When Ibinabo sent it to me yesterday, I'm like, this one, it really touched, it really got to me because a lot of times young people now don't even know the road to their villages. They don't even know where they're coming from. They only hear stories because their parents talk about it. So you see parents who have left their homes, their villages to go to maybe other places, other cities, just to, make themselves better. But in the process of them, bringing up their kids, they don't get to take their children back home. The children don't even know where they're coming from. Sometimes the children don't even know their cousins. They don't even know who, they don't even know their fellow family members. They don't even know their family members. They just keep growing. And then when something happens and it's time for them to return home, they don't even know where to go to. They don't even know who to call. So this, is a case of, very sad one at that. Now, this report is coming from this particular, paper this morning, and it is the headline there. This is from Microsoft News, and the headline there is really disturbing. Now, one of or rather, the headline says that Lagos raised siblings stranded with corpse of mother after failing to trace ancestral home in Kogi. So Lagos raised siblings stranded with corpse of mother after failing to trace ancestral home in Kogi. Now, it says that three Lagos raised Okene Kogi State indigents, honoring the wish of their sick mother to take her home, were left stranded after the woman died along the way. The siblings reportedly only know the general area in Okene where their family home is, but have never been there physically. Now, it goes on to say that the siblings got to Kogi without any incident, but trouble struck when they got to a town called Igeva. Hope I got that right, in the Okene local government area of the state, and their sick mother breathed her last breath. Now, took her last breath. The confused siblings reportedly parked by the roadside for a long time, contemplating what to do. They were intimidated by the prospect of carrying a dead body in the car into town to trace their family home. The strange spectacle reportedly attracted villagers who soon realized the predicament of the siblings. Some elders of the community reportedly offered to give the siblings a burial site to bury their mother so they could return to Lagos. So, apparently, they were carrying their sick mother home. Sometimes when parents get very sick and old, and they just want to go back home and be buried, close to other, family members, and so they will say, "Okay, take me back home." I've heard of cases of people who stayed abroad, and when they get very old, they say, "No, just take me back home. Let me go and live the rest of my days with my people." And also, if God calls me, let me be in the midst of my people. So for this lady, she was ill, and her children, she requested her children take her back home. So apparently, she was the one giving the directions. The kids don't even know where to turn to, where to go, three of them. And along the road, the woman died. Now they pack cow. They don't even know whether to go forward or to go backward, because they didn't know what to do. They didn't know where else to go to. The person that was giving them the direction, had gone. So now this actually brings a lot of questions to mind. Can it be, how are we training our children now? Is it that we don't want them to know where they're coming from? Or is it that we're running away from something, from where we're coming from? What exactly is the issue? Reading some of the comments from, the long story here, we could actually see some people, that were saying that, since they married their husbands, they don't even know the road to their husbands' villages. And some of the husbands don't even know the road to their wives' villages. Una meet for city, una marry for city, una raise children for city. Una no get background to go to, una no get where to turn to. So it's a lot. And it actually comes down to upbringing. It comes down to our cultural background. It comes down to our ancestral homes. Where are we coming from? Our languages are going distinct as it is. Okay. Um, Before we come in with Buki and Susan, Ibinabo, let's start with you on this, and then when we go to them, we'll get to hear from Susan and Buki. Ibinabo, make we hear what's in your mind.
Okay, thank you. Honestly, I'm very interested in this. I'm equally worried because I can imagine how many people one could be speaking to this morning. Imagine we are addressing every Nigerian at the same time, the whole
Mm,
country at the same time, and how many people are going to be feeling very guilty of what we are talking about. You see, I tell people, whatever you title a thing, that is how you will perceive it. If you see your background, your hometown, your village as a place of retrogression, a place filled with witches and wizards, a place that can never bring you joy, you have given it a title. And that's what it will remain in your mind. That's how it will remain in your mind. And even when you have offspring, you don't want to introduce such a place to them. But at the end of the day, when you're getting older, you begin to realize that you have made a mistake. And may God give us the opportunity to quickly right our wrongs
mm,
before made like this particular story. That was what really moved me when I saw this story. You see, only one thing stands sure. It is good to connect with your roots because it will enhance your sense of belonging. It will give you a proper identity. It will offer you a deeper understanding of yourself and your family history. There were some things that my parents told me about my generation, past generation. And sometimes when something like that or something similar is coming from me or my children, I understand and I already know what to do. But if you don't understand something, you can't provide solution to it. You see, your background, your history, where you come from, it gives you stability and strength, to, like I said, to navigate challenges.
Hmm.
It has a sense of purpose. It always, or let me say, it lets you, it can have a positive influence on your mental and emotional well-being. Take it or leave it.
Sure.
Imagine, I remember I watched Peter Doce those days
Hmm.
he acted in what's it called? Things Fall Apart.
Yeah.
That was a very deep story that came from a particular region of Nigeria, and it was deeply rooted in culture and tradition. So imagine one coming from such a background, you will have better understanding of who you are.
Hmm.
You know, so in the long run, it will help you preserve cultural traditions. It
Yeah.
also can create a solid foundation for personal and community growth. It's important. These are people you can share your similar backgrounds with. It provides context for your personal values, your beliefs. It gives you a place in the world. You know that, okay, wherever you are, even if you're in Australia, far flung Australia, you know that my name is Ibinabo. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Rivers State. I'm from a town called Buguma in Rivers State. And your mind will go there and you feel this sense of belonging. You know that you're not just one tiny thing in the whole world. You have a place, you have a tradition, you have a background. Many people forget these things, especially those who have moved into the city centers, like the story we're talking about now.
Hmm.
So it is even worse with people who have even moved to developed countries like the UK. I remember when I was in the UK. So I just came out of the train station. So I was walking towards the house. And right in front of me, I saw this woman, two women with a little child, a boy, about 5 year old, 6 year old boy. And what I heard was, I think one lady cautioned the boy, and the other woman said, "Oh, Fisi, leave him. All these London children. This
Hmm.
killing me by London children." Can you confirm? So I refused to walk past them. I was just knowing that, in the original me was like, look at put mouth, but if you put mouth in some things, the kind of things you will get, will like
And they will send you.
you understand,
Hmm.
especially in a place like that. I didn't like it. But you see, you know how this life works. Life is spiritual. There was a day, and what I did, I walked past them and I greeted them. So I looked at their faces so I could recognize next time. And one day came, I ran into her in the supermarket and I brought back that particular incident. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you loud and clear.
I brought back that particular. She was shocked. I said, "Madam, I don't know what that boy did." The other lady was cautioning him. And you said, leave them, I'm in London.
Hmm.
I said, have you been to? I have a friend who works, then a friend of mine was working with a particular organization where they had a lot of children who have abused drugs, who have done one thing or the other to themselves, and they needed special help.
Hmm.
And my friend told me that the highest percentage of children there were Nigerians as of that time. Because Nigerians will travel abroad and forget their background and they begin to take in the other culture. And these are people who are busy admiring and wishing our culture because
Hmm.
the way they raise their own children. We have a culture, we have a fantastic tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have family ties to the God knows whatever generation that is alive. So you see, all of these things were forgotten because maybe one or two things drove us from our community, our village, back to the city, and then we have come to the city. We begin to perceive the village as a very dirty place, a place where I cannot live there. They are too low. They are this. Yeah, those are those days. Oh, these days, villages like my mother will say, you cannot call Buguma a village. Buguma is a city. That's my hometown.
Hmm.
It's a city. And if you go there, indeed is a city. If you go to some places in my hometown, it's like you're somewhere in Lekki. So you can't call that a village.
Okay.
And of course, we still preserve our culture. The
Mm.
tradition is there. There is something about your background. There's something, it gives you a sense of belonging. It provides context for your personal values, your beliefs. It gives you a place, like I said, in this world. You are able to connect your past with your current state. You can trace your challenges to some stories. It will offer you a greater perspective on your own struggle. And this helps you to understand who you are better and the
Better.
things
True.
you immediately want to change about yourself.
Mm. Okay.
It's important. Parents, please. I am part of this thing. And I've been working so assiduously to make sure that I do not miss any part of this. Even my children. Please.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibinabo, because there are a lot of things that we have to pick from here. I mean, I can just imagine myself today saying that I don't know the road to my village. I don't know like, hey, I beg go. But anyway, I just hope that as we're listening to this, we're beginning to have a change of mind because I can't imagine, this happening to any of us again. On your way to your village, something happens to you and then your kids don't even know whether to go forward or to go backward. Now they're the pack car. And just looking at your corpse, they don't even know what else to do or where else to go to. Who can they even call? All right, so let's come to you, Susan. Good morning. How are you? And let's get to hear your thoughts on this issue.
Good morning, Rose. Good morning, uh, um, Buki, and good morning, Ibinebo. It's quite interesting, reading through that story and all of that. And because this is an awareness program and it's an opportunity to also sensitize the public, it's important that parents and even teenagers, because sometimes parents are willing and teenagers are saying, no, I know they go, Muna, they go, Jareda village. I know those things.
That's good that we.
When our roots is not just about our land, it's not just about our lineage, as it were. It has a lot to do with our legacy. It has a lot to do with our identity and continuity. Imagine those people. Just imagine the embarrassment. It is an embarrassing situation.
It
Let's
is.
go say it as it is.
It is, honestly. I
Like,
agree.
how is that possible in the middle of the road? In fact, the villagers were magnanimous enough to even think to give them somewhere. It shows that over time they were not visiting their place.
At all.
Over time, they don't even. We are people who are culturally rich. It means that sometimes you might be doing things that are not in tandem with your culture.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, I mean, it is very, very important that as children, people are growing with this Gen Z generation and everything. But it is very, very important for parents to, allow their children to connect to their roots, their identity, without being confined. No matter where you live in the world, your children have to have a connection with their roots. And for me, I think the important thing to know is it gives them a strong sense of self. You know who you are. For me, I know where I'm coming from. Even if my parents are not with me, I know the road to my place. You understand? You know the do's and don'ts of your place. And it helps you to be culturally intelligent. There are things we don't eat in my place.
Mm-hmm.
There are things we don't do in my place. So whether we like it or not, if you like, live any part of the world for a million years, it's very, very important that you're culturally intelligent. And it helps you, to preserve our language. We're looking at, I think Ibn just said our languages are going into extinction. Why?
Yes.
Because we keep doing the super. We're not bothered about, yes, we are being Oyibo. We will shaking kan. Oh, Salento ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ wàá padà síbi tó ti ń bọ̀. Don't mind me. But the truth is we have to preserve our language.
Yeah.
And it helps us, moral and social guardians. When I started going to the village, in fact, my parents took it upon themselves to ensure that even with my disability, as the first child of the family, I had to go back to the southeast for my secondary school. So during holidays, I would go back to my grandparents. It's only long vacation that I come to Lagos. That way, I was learning our language, I was learning our food, I was learning to interact with my grandparents and also learn about our culture. Today, my grandfather has passed, my grandmother has passed, and there's a vacuum. Imagine they didn't start all of those things then. And for our parents, it's a way of preserving our legacy.
Of course.
It helps to build family bonds. Now I'm categorically telling you how it was for me. How I was
Susan,
bonding with my grandparents at the time.
Let me just interrupt you for a second there. We have a call. Let's pick this call.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
My name is Ambrose.
Hi.
We thank God for another day.
Yes, we thank God. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
This language processing, I remember when I was growing up, my father and my mother used to speak my maternal language. Yeah, my maternal language.
Okay.
It was after my father died, I relocated to my hometown where I began to speak my own father's language. So you see, when we were young those days, in the school, they don't speak vernacular. And so it was part of the problem. And today, as we speak, people are relocating abroad. I know so many people that have relocated abroad that cannot only not speak their language, they are not coming back again
at all. Voila.
Because of the economy. So we cannot in any way, how do I put it now, separate the economy from what we are facing. China, they are speaking their language. India, they are speaking their language.
Sure.
Why aren't we speaking our own language? Why don't we, even for the sake of, okay, let us adopt 3 major languages, and then we learn the, for example, if I'm in the southwest and the midwest, Yoruba, the southeast, Igbo, to go to school, and the north, Hausa, then we will now inculcate how we can speak other languages. After all, if you go to Germany, you go and learn the German language.
You have to learn.
If you are in Holland, you go and learn it.
Definitely.
So what is, you see, these things that we are talking, my children now, it's very shameful. They don't understand my language. And I'm not proud of it. But the only thing that I can't take away is I call them by their language names. I make sure everybody within my vicinity call them by their language name. It's also a way of reminding them that they have a home.
They have roots.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think this language of a thing, if you ask me, honestly, there are so many factors that are responsible. Sometimes intermarriage culture, you marry somebody that does not understand your language, so you are speaking English, you are speaking Yoruba. For example, my children grew up all their lives in Lagos and we're here. They understand Yoruba, but they can't speak it. So I don't know how we are going to do this, but government themselves, they have a role to play, honestly. They have a role to play. Thank you.
Thank you to Ambassador Ambrose for calling. He just tried to say that at the end of the day, language is important, although there are a lot of factors involved in the whole issue, because people are growing where they are growing, and sometimes it just could be hard to find time, take them back, but then we have to keep ourselves rooted. All right, so this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. Susan will definitely come back to you to give us the rest of your comments. This is her lens on your Women Radio, Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. And of course, we are still looking at this particular story of Lagos Race siblings stranded with cups of mother after failing to trace ancestral home in Kogi. We'll definitely be taking Buke's comments, and Susan would get to wrap up on her comments right here on the program.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your girl again. You are listening to WFM 91.7. Yeah, keep your ear tuning. That's it. Bye-bye.
All right. Where are all my smart kids? Where are all the smart kids at? If you love spelling, big words just for fun, that's the thing that you love to do. Raise your hand. Yeah. We see you. So, of course, we have something for you. The MTN mPulse Spelling Bee is back, and it's open to all primary and secondary school students. And guess what? This could be your shot at winning, wait for it, over 40 million naira worth of prizes. Think laptops, smartphones, and even scholarship grants. Your school could get some gifts even because of you as well. And you might even get to be MTN CEO for a whole day. I know I would love that. Hey, but that's only if you win. But it's up to you. We know that you win. So if you're between the ages of 9 and 15 years old, now is the time to sign up. Tell your friends, tell your mommy, your daddy, your uncles and aunties that it's time for all your big English to pay off. Head over to mpulse.mtn.ng right now to participate. MTN, what are we doing today?
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá, jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Hey, Omo, see package. This is what I call Full House.
Yes, sir, that's me.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House pack in your hand.
The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy Full House goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Something big has landed and it's raining naira. Better play, better chance. 200k is yours if only you try your luck. Better play, better chance. 3 times daily, your dreams can come true.
Oh yes, with just 500 naira, you could win up to 200,000 naira every single day. Join the Better Play Lottery and listen for your name live on radio at 10 a.m., 2 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Better play. Don't miss out. Go get your ticket right now. Buy your tickets at www.betterplay.ng or dial *347*154# for better chances. Buy up to 20 tickets.
Follow at Better Play on Facebook and at Better Play NG on Instagram for updates. It's your turn to win this money.
Better play, better chance. You can be the next millionaire.
Better Play is open to players 18 years and above. Play responsibly. The Women Radio membership connects you with other women traders, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, farmers, and pensioners in the 36 states of Nigeria. As a Women Radio member, your business is promoted free on Women Radio. Win amazing goodies and you get access to our events. Download the Women Radio app today and hear your voice on radio. Register free at WFM917.com and make sure you join the Facebook Women Radio membership group. The Women Radio membership is supported by MacArthur Foundation and the Nigeria Media Innovation Program, NAMI.
The MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here. From Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial star 900 hash on your MTN line. Then every recharge from 100 naira or more will get you more entries and increase your chances to win. This promo lasts till the 21st of September.
Recharge today and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
Political arena.
It's time for us to know those who have put Nigeria in this position.
To a large extent, religious institutions in Nigeria have failed in enforcing the law, in ensuring that members are safe.
Over 180 million people, one country, one capital, 26 states, 469 national assembly seats, 774 local government areas. This is Nigeria.
We should stop doing this play game. It's not really fighting corruption, it's fighting opponents, it's fighting those who want them in the past.
How well do you know the political terrain of Nigeria? Today, there is no such thing as keeping out of politics. All issues are political games, and we are the players.
Political arena.
Wednesdays, 11:30 a.m.
On Women Radio.
On WFM 91.7.
Political arena. Politicking at all levels.
WFM 91.7. Radio never sounded so cool.
All right, you're tuning into Women Radio WFM 91.7, the voice of women and Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. This is the program Her Lens, where we have women from different geopolitical zones come together to discuss, dissect, and disagree on topical issues. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and of course, I've got Ibinabo with me, Susan, and Buki joining me this morning virtually on the program. So if you're on Facebook, you can go to WFM 91.7 and watch us live. Get to follow up on the conversation. Drop your comments, we'll definitely get it. If you're on YouTube, we're also live. Do well to follow the conversation. Okay, if you're listening, you can do well to go ahead and dial the number 07000 917 917 or 09155 917 917. Better still, send me a WhatsApp message to 070-317-56537 or 08155 917 917. This is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and of course, it's about 20 minutes to 10 on the side of the radio. So, Susan, I'll just come to you to wrap up your thoughts, and then we'll go to Buki to hear from her.
Thank you so much. So I would say, in wrapping up, that truth is, when we allow, like I said earlier, I talked about super means, oh, my child cannot speak our dialect, it's only English. Sorry is your name. Allow your children speak your dialect. It doesn't make them less.
At all.
That's the truth. When you have friends who are South Africans, even on their Facebook, they're writing in their dialect. That's one thing I have noticed, about them. They write in their dialect. Even on Facebook, they're not bothered. So, it bridges language barriers, the generational divide where people can do anyhow without knowing the cultural value. And the truth is, it will bring about a cultural overload of expectations, because sometimes the youth feel, I must do it in a particular way, this and that. But when you know your culture, you would know how to, minimize some of your expectations. You know what is obtainable, where you are coming from. So for me, I think it's something that every mother, every father, including young people who have thus far rejected going to their communities or whatever, should please. I also know that people might bring in logistics barrier, but it is also important that you might not travel with everybody.
Yeah.
But for each time you go home, you can also pick maybe one or two of your kids and just go with them. Come back. The next time you go with the others, let them just have this connection with their roots. Thank you.
Thank you too, Susan. Traveling with kids, that reminds me of what my uncle did. So during December period, his last two children traveled with the wife. He has 3 kids. The last two traveled with the wife December period to go to the village, do some weddings and festivities. And then during Easter, the first son traveled with the wife's junior brother to the village. Now both of them are from the same place, so it was quite easy. They traveled with the first, so you can see that the three kids actually traveled back home. So you can actually find a way to, share it. I know now, economy is hard and all of that, but it's good that children know their roots. It's good that you are able to connect them to where they're coming from, because you just never can tell. You don't want them to grow as if they don't have a background. In fact, that makes them see the world better. As far as they're concerned, when as they're growing, they know where to look back to, they know where to turn back to. And even if you have 1,000 brothers and you know that all of them are evil, there shall one that, even if it's evil, the evil is to favor you. I hope I'm making sense. There shall one that, even if all of them are evil, the evil that one is doing will probably be favored. So there must be one that is for you, even if you say all of them are against you. There shall somebody that should be for you, among your siblings, that you can actually connect your kids to, connect your generations to, so that they know themselves and they're able to keep the culture going, able to, they are rooted and they know where they're coming from. All right, this is your Women Radio WFM 91.7. Thank you so much, Susan, for your submission on that. Buki, how are you today? Buki, let's get to hear from you.
Okay, Buki is doing great, and I want to thank God for that. Somehow I came in later. Apologies for that. Yeah, so this is actually an interesting story, and I heard what Ibn said, and also Susan. And I want to come from a dimension that this woman, I don't know, I feel rest in perfect peace. That's her choice. That's the way she wanted it.
That's another thing.
I might be blunt, but that's the truth. The choice lies on you. Where do you want your children to have links with their roots? Do you want to breathe your last breath, in your familiar territory? Because let's also understand that a whole lot of things have changed. The generation that are 50, 60 now, 50, 60 now, let's talk to ourselves. Do you think your children will take you back, to your village? Except those that are really, 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 really close. But for those who are 80, 90, yeah, there's a possibility. And it's because when they were young, they actually left their village around maybe when they were 20, 30, and they were, going back and forth because why? Their parents were there. So these things is gradually changing. The dynamics is gradually changing. Before you know what is happening, the likes that are 30, 40, most of their parents moved. I'm not saying no, most of their parents are already in the city. So even when they die, they will just bury them in the city. However, you have a choice in this matter. Even if you are 30, you have a choice in this matter. And that is why I want to go. Because I'm wondering why this woman, I don't know so much about the story. It was not told. Maybe later on we'll get to know. Why was it that when she was sick, that was when she insisted
exactly take me back,
carry her to the village? And that's why I said it was a choice. Or is it that the children, because we do not know, I don't want to assume, is it that the children just got tired of taking care of her and they just said, you know what, let us just go and dump her in the village? For who? Because I would expect that if they have an uncle or whatever, even if they don't know the uncle, maybe the mother has said, okay, carry me to my people. At least I have my brother there. I have my this there. Couldn't they have called? In this day, everybody has phone. At least even if you don't have smartphone, you have what we call the palata phone, the super phones to call to say, this happened though. You understand? So there's a whole lot of of things that we want to
Makes sense.
unravel around this story. You understand?
Yes.
I'm just thinking critically now. However, what is the lesson for us? You have a choice in this matter.
Yeah.
Do you want your children to know their roots, to have a link to their roots? Even like you said, even if all the uncles, well, don't let me even go there. You've mentioned it. Let me go from another dimension. Even if most of them have left the village and they are in the city, because we also have that. Most of them are already in the city.
Yeah.
Let them still have interaction.
True.
Let them still have interaction. Let them know that this is your uncle, this is your this is your that. And then once a while, you go there for holiday. Even if you're not staying in the house, you understand? Because obviously it will not be to your comfort. You can go there. You know that this is where you come from, and blah 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 blah. This is what we do. Like holiday. Like I know a family now. They've gone on holiday. Well, not to their village, you understand, but they've gone on holiday, to see other places. So you can as well go there. You understand, to say, okay, I come from this place, so this is because there is no place in Nigeria that does not have some historical history.
Yes,
that
that's
you
true.
you can tell your people, you can tell your children. It's education. And that is why I said it is your choice. So if you know that you want your children to have links with their roots, at least to have an idea of where they come from. You understand? Me, I know where my papa come from. I from Yewa and that too. I will even do it. You understand? I know. I can trace the place. You understand very, very well. And my children can also trace the place. That is my choice. You understand? That is my choice. That's not the fact that most their grandfather don't die, my father he don't die. You understand? But they still have uncles. You understand? Despite the fact that yes, we come from the royal family, no doubt about that. You understand? Because the present Oba, there in that is my cousin. So the HR Olubenle. But even not with that, you have to get them to know their roots.
Exactly.
So what are we saying in wrapping up? There are good benefits in you making your children to know their culture, to know their roots, even if you do not want them to associate with the people in the village. Take them there. Let them know where they come from. Go on excursion. You understand? And if you still have people in the village, take them there. Let them go visiting. You understand? Yes, I don't want to say, all this witchy, whatever. Well, it is your mindset. You know your family. Because to be honest, if you don't, if there are links that you don't want to be associated with, I will not tell you to go. So that you not go and use your hand to pull something that you don't want. You understand? But that does not mean that they should not know where they come from, their culture, their food, their dressing, At least they are still like I love what the Easterners do. Despite the fact that they don't go home. Look at them. They have associations. They have societies.
They do. And they keep up with that.
You understand? And they keep up with that.
They keep up with it. They don't joke.
Even if we don't want to, are these things done? I love what the Jebus are doing. You understand? Ojudioba.
Yes, it brings them together.
Even if you don't want to, for that Ojudioba, you go. You understand?
Yes.
So what am I saying? That these are things that even the custodian in all these communities should come. I talk about my own, Yewa too. They're already doing it. Yewa Day. So people are going there, even for that weekend. You can't get an hotel in Yewa in Ibadan. Why? Because Yewa Day. So as we talk about these things, let us also challenge the custodians.
Yes.
Also, to begin to make festivals, things that people can, whatever. Look at Durban, the horse something.
Yes, in the north.
They pushing something. You will want to go and say, okay, at least I am identifying with this.
Okay.
I think I will stop here. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Buki. So, in a bit to wrap up, Ibinabo, let's have your final thoughts. Don't worry, I don't cuckoo call you, Ibinabo. Let's have your final thoughts on this. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much. You see, this is a very, very important topic we are discussing here.
Yes.
I pray and hope that those who have listened are going to share or spread the information across their loved ones, their friends, and all of that. Because I tell you, it is easier for a Yoruba person living in Lagos because your village is just throw a stone, it will land in your village. When you talk about people who are from Kogi is quite a distance from Lagos.
Yes,
for
it
example.
is.
River State is quite a distance from Lagos. Akwa Ibom, Cross River State, Bayelsa. These places are far-flung when you look at the distance from Lagos to such places. And, the economy also has been an excuse for parents. But what I want people to take away from here is this. You see, there is something about identifying with your roots. Somewhere in your brain, it does something for you. And let me tell you, all this, then they be juju, then wicked, then bewitched, then be wizard. It's everywhere. Who told you your neighbor, your tenant is not a witch or a wizard?
Who tell you?
Who told you your street is not filled with evil people? So if you feel your village is filled with evil people, talk about your street, your estate. Here is me. Here, I not chop spray like like Ross. So, please, let us take this as a key.
All right.
It's a key for you to begin to plan. December is around the corner. I remember all my siblings at one time or the other schooled in River State. Now only me. Now I do my up to secondary school in Lagos. Even my university, it wasn't really in Rivers. It was just a program that I went to do there. But thanks to my parents, Asabi our dialect, Asabi our language. So when they took me to River State, to my hometown, as a matter of fact, all my uncles and aunties, they had not listened to me. They didn't hear me say anything. And they were already blaming me. Look at her. I was about 17 or 16 then. Look at her. You let her in Lagos. Blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, my mother said, speak to her now and know whether she will reply you or not.
All right.
And that's how they realized that, okay, at least even if I never go there until that day.
You sabi.
Yes, so parents, please. I am partially guilty until one day I woke up and I told myself, come, what is going on? If you're carry picking from Nigeria, fly to Obodo country, spend so much money for ticket and everything, then your state is just within the country and it seems so far away. Please, let us do the needful. There is something about our route. Thank you.
All right, thank you to Binabo. Susan, in less than a minute, your final words.
So I'm just going to reiterate what everyone has said. Connecting to our roots, it should be a norm. It shouldn't be maybe choice or whatever. And like Ibn said, there is nowhere. Even when you're inside your house locked up, if which one find you come, you go find you come. Because you no need to knock your door to open door. The best we can do is find a way to ensure that your children speak your language, connect to your traditions and culture so that they know where they are coming from to avoid having identity problems. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much, ladies, for being a part of the program today. Let's do this again tomorrow, God's willing, at 9:05. We'll be here to take you on the line. So thank you and do well to have a great day ahead.
Thank you for having us.
Okay. All right, so that's it on Highlands today. Let's do well to do the right thing, okay? Let's do well to do the right thing. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser. Thank you so much to Ambassador Ambrose who called in. We do appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in to listen. Tomorrow is another day on Highlands. We'll definitely be here. Coming up next is Radio Dr. Do well to stay tuned. Good morning.
To sponsor this program, call the number 0816 480 7613.
It's time to celebrate those who make a difference in empowering women and families. Introducing the VOW 2025 Award. The VOW Awards honors outstanding individuals, both men and women, as well as organizations that uplift and support women and families. Nominate inspiring changemakers and trailblazers in categories like Lifetime Achievement, Woman of the Year, Gender Balance Empowering Company, Social Innovation, Family Focused Organization, Government Agency Supporting Women and Families, Civil Society Organization Supporting Women and Families. Don't miss the chance to honor those making an impact. Nominations closes 31st August. For details on nomination, visit our Facebook and Instagram page at WFM917. Be part of the change. Celebrate the champions of empowerment. Hosted by the Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation.
My people, something big don't land, and na money rain dey fall. Better play, better chance. 200k fit enter your hand if you try your luck. Oh, better play, better chance.
Now 3 times every